Hello, I am Devin Bashir, and I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of wearing a seatbelt and why you should always buckle up. Have you ever seen what a crash dummy looks like after going through the windshield of a car? Well, today I brought a picture to show you, give you an idea of what it looks like. Now that's just a mess. Due to the risk of serious injury or even death, I am now convinced that seatbelts should always be worn when riding or driving a vehicle. The three things that changed my mind after seriously looking at the facts are that not wearing a seatbelt can lead to more serious injury and long-term pain and suffering, and I do not want that. The increase in mortality in motor vehicle accidents, the death rate is higher among those who do not wear a seatbelt. I want to be a good example to those in the car with me, such as my nieces, my nephews, my younger brother, and my friends. They need to buckle up, and so do I. Now we are ready to look at the facts that convinced me to buckle up. Let's talk about the injuries that can happen if you do not wear a seatbelt. According to the Florida Traffic Academy online article, the top 10 reasons to wear your seatbelt, there are several great reasons to use seatbelts, and here are a few of them. I'm going to read off a list of just a few good reasons why you should always buckle up. Number 1 is you can die. Number 2 is you can get hurt really bad. Number 3, this person did not wear a seatbelt. Number 4, even if your car gets totaled, you might not. Number 5, you want to get where you're going and you want to get there alive, so buckle up. Imagine running as hard and as fast as you can into a wall. The car stops at 1/10 of a second, but you keep going at the rate until something stops you. It could be the steering wheel, it could be the dashboard, it could be the windshield. If you're not wearing a seatbelt, at 30 miles an hour, you hit the wall 4 times as hard. Because of the laws of inertia, this would feel like you fell 3 stories. Seatbelts can help with these leading causes of injuries. Hitting the windshield, it's a leading cause of facial and head injuries in car accidents. Being thrown from the vehicle, trust me, being inside is always safer. Banging around the inside of the vehicle, hitting the steering wheel, roof, door, or other objects such as passengers or anything that is in the car. Could be a toolbox, could be groceries. What about airbags, you might ask? According to OSU EHS article, Seatbelts and Why You Should Use Them, seatbelts hold you in the correct position during impact. Effectiveness of the seatbelts are increased 40% by airbags. Airbags are useless without seatbelts, so don't count on your airbags to help you unless you're going to buckle up. Mortality is more likely in an accident without seatbelts. According to OSU EHS safety training article, seatbelts, why you should use them, 40,000 people die each year in car accidents. This is the leading cause of death for people under the age of 35. About half of these deaths could have been prevented by wearing seatbelts. Some reasons for not wearing a seatbelt are, I'm only going to the shopping center. Well, 80% of accidents happen within 25 miles from home. Another one is, I'm only going less than 40 miles an hour. And like I said, if you hit something going 35 miles an hour, it's going to feel like you fell 3 stories, so you don't want to do that. Just buckle up. Another one is, I'm afraid that the belt will trap me in the car. I often even use this one when I don't want to wear a seatbelt. Well, you are 25 times more likely to die if thrown out of the car. If there's a fire or a drowning risk, you will get out a lot faster if you're not knocked out from banging around the inside of the car. And the last reason is less about statistics, but is probably most important. Our behavior impacts others. It was even stated as a number one reason in an online article by Virtual Drive entitled Reasons Why to Wear a Seatbelt. I will quote their statement as you know, driver safety is very important when you are behind the wheel. Your actions affect you, others in the car, and anyone else who happens to be on the road near you. One way to promote safety is to always wear your seatbelt. And when you're in the car with anyone, make sure they buckle up before you take off. I would also add, it's the driver's responsibility to check that everyone is safely belted before pulling out. My passengers are often my siblings or good friends. They might get on my nerves sometimes, but I would never want to see them injured or killed. I also want to have good habits for my younger brother and my nieces, my nephews, and my younger friends, so that when they get their license, they drive safely and they buckle up. So now you know where I stand on seatbelts and why I will be buckling up from now on. It's been my pleasure to give you some information that will hopefully help you start buckling up too. I used to make all the same excuses too, but now due to the risk of serious injury or even death, I am now convinced that seatbelts should always be worn when driving or riding for these reasons. A seatbelt prevents serious injuries by keeping driver and passengers inside vehicle in a stable position. They also increase the effectiveness of airbags by 40%. Seatbelts used could have prevented over half the deaths in motor vehicle accidents. Car accidents are the biggest killers of people under 35. I want my friends and family to arrive alive. I also want other drivers like my younger brother to have good safety habits from my example. Remember, no belts, no brains. Buckle up.